Okay, y'all, so now at this time, I'm stretching my arm out toward heaven and I'm saying, Father, please take this pain from me. And I felt something tear. Like, you know those little sticky things where they're both sticky on each side and you can put them together and tear them apart. I cannot think of the name of it, but it make that shh sound and you can stick it back together and tear it apart. Velvet, uh, velvet straps or Velcro. I don't know, but it's some kind of strap thing. But anyway, that's what I felt. Like something, it didn't hurt or anything, but I just felt the tear, right? So I can't get off the stool, y'all. Hurting so bad. I'm starting to feel fainted. I'm sweating. I'm like moving around because I'm uncomfortable. And my husband sleeps, so everybody in the house is asleep, right? I had to be sitting in that bathroom about 30 minutes. I kid you not, because by the time I did make it to my bedroom, it was like 9 something, 9 something when I did get out. But back to the bathroom part. Now, I can't hardly talk. I can't yell for anyone to wake up to come help me. I'm just stuck in the bathroom. So I'm sitting in the bathroom on the stool. I'm like thinking to myself, I cannot stay in this bathroom on the stool. I have to get up. So I don't know where the strength came from. Like my legs was already numb. My feet was numb. After I got myself together, I got up, got myself together, and I just fell to the floor. Like I dropped to the floor on all four. I crawled my way out of the bathroom and made it to the hallway because I couldn't go no more once I made it to the hallway. So I fell asleep on the hallway floor. And I wake up. I don't know how many times I fell asleep, y'all. And it was like a nap sleep, but it was like I was so tired and all I could do was sleep, but I kept waking up. So once I finally wake up after I don't know how many times, I tried to throw something in the room from my hallway closet and it landed on the floor. It didn't make it to the bed. So now I'm back, I'm asleep again. I finally wake up again and I picked up a box of Bounce dryer sheets. I don't know where the strength came from, but I threw the box into my room and it hit the bed. My husband woke up then and he jumped up out of his sleep and he was looking around to see, to check the room out. He looked in the hallway and he seen me on the hallway floor. He was like, baby, what you doing on the floor? What you doing out here? You okay? And I couldn't talk. I was like low speaking because I didn't have the energy. When I finally was able to say something, I said, I can't hardly talk. I'm hurting bad. I can't move. So he was like, why you sweating like this? Like, because I didn't know that I was drenched like that in sweat. Like, I knew I was sweaty, but I didn't know I was that sweaty. He was like, you sweating too much. So he was like, you might need to go to the hospital because I fell back to sleep. And I woke up and I was like, baby, can you take me to the bed? I can't stay on this floor. So he helped me up. I leaned on his back and I tiptoed as he walked and he brought me into the room and helped me on my side of the bed. So he kept saying, you need to go to the hospital, baby, because you sweated too much and everything, and, to make sure everything okay. So I didn't want to go to the hospital yet, y'all. And I kept telling him, I said, I think it's just air in me. I said, it's hurting bad. I think that's all it is. I said, it'll go away. I'm just waiting to see if it'll go away. So he kept insisting that I go to the hospital. And I was, I guess, being stubborn. I didn't want to go yet. Then he asked me, was I thirsty? He's he was like, huh, you thirsty? Drink some of this, you know. So he gave me some of my drink. I sipped some, and he told me my lips turned white, and I still wasn't thinking nothing of it. I'm just like, I just want this pain to go away. So I remember I was looking at the corner of my wall. Now, I'm sorry, y'all, the 19th, I began to see what the presence was I was feeling behind my door. The 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. So I'm sorry, I should have said that back then. But I began to see what was behind my door. And it was like a little figure. It had like a hoodie. Like, you know how they show the death angel and you have on a hoodie and he got that little thing in his hand? He didn't have the thing in his hand, okay? The little staff thing, whatever it is. He didn't have that in his hand. But I did see like a little hoodie, like probably like that far off his face. I couldn't see his face because he didn't look at me. So he was turned sideways. He was still behind my door, but facing my bed, but he had his head down at an angle. So he didn't look at me and I couldn't see his face, but I was able to see him standing there, if it makes sense. And then my daughter had told me also that she had seen something standing by her bed, at the foot of her bed, but it was standing sideways. And I said that's the same thing I was seeing in our room. But the thing is, y'all, what I felt from it, it didn't feel like anything evil. I didn't feel no evil energy from it, nothing bad from it. But I began to understand it was the death angel, right? Like I said, he didn't have a staff in his hand, how they draw the picture of him. He didn't, I couldn't see his face. He didn't have his head at an angle where I could see his face. And I didn't feel anything evil from him. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, I didn't feel anything evil from the presence of the death angel. So I didn't feel like he was bad and anything like that. And I won't say never. He didn't look at me like face to face, but I was able to see him standing there. And he had his head, like I said, at an angle. He was like standing to the side. And he was as if he was looking straight to my wall, to the other side of my room. And he had his head down. So now, like I said before, I was processing. Now I understood spiritually who he was. And started looking at the corner of my wall because now I already know. I'm not going to say I already know. I knew, but it still did not dawn on me that he was here for me, right? It ain't dawned on me. Like I said, I wasn't fearing anything. All I know is I'm just hurting, and I kind of don't want to go to the hospital, and I kind of do want to go to the hospital. I'm like having mixed emotions, okay? I'm thinking it's just pain from air, and that's it. Give me a minute, y'all. My husband calling. Okay, y'all. So now, at this time, I'm stretching my arm out toward heaven, and I'm saying, Father, please take this pain from me. Like, it's hurting so bad. Like, I can't move or anything. Like, explaining the pain. And I was able to turn to my side. Like, because I was able to make no movement. Like, if I was able to move, it was like inch by inch. And then it was draining my energy. And, like, So now I rotate to my side, and the pain has went to ease. It's still there, but I'm comfortable now, and I'm like, oh. Now I go to sleep. I wake up. It's like 10 something. So my husband's like, sweetie, it was like time was going by fast, and it was like when I was sleeping, I guess it was like long sleeps, but to me it was like this. Like I go to sleep, boom, I wake up. I go to sleep, I wake up again. But the time was going by fast. So within these naps, I was sleeping longer than what I thought I was. So I finally tell my husband I'll go to the hospital, right? As soon as I said that, he called 911 right away. Like, the ambulance telling him what to do to leave the door unlocked and open and such and such. So he does everything he's supposed to do, and he comes back in the room and he's sitting with me until they get here. They got here like quick. So now they're coming to load me up on the bed. They asked me, could I move? I was like, no, I can't. I was in a lot of pain when they started moving me, y'all. They put me in the bed. They rolled me out because they were taking my vitals and everything while they was in here. And whatever was going on, they started like moving fast. Like, okay, no, we got to get her out of here. That's how the movement went. So now they taking me out to the truck, and everything was going dark. Like, I feel like I was just about to fall out, black out. And I told them, I said, everything is getting darker. They started rolling faster. They put me in the truck, and when I got in the truck, it was like freezing cold. So whatever that cold air did, it was like bringing me back to, now I'm able to focus. Even though I was hurting, it was cooling my body down because I was already sweaty. Now they get me to the hospital, and you know what they do in the hospital? They ask all the questions and the vitals. They really wasn't saying too much, but just telling me. The lady said, we're gonna have to, I guess my husband told the ambulance that I was pregnant because I couldn't really talk or anything. And when I got to the hospital, they were like, we're gonna have to check to see if baby is okay. So I'm like, okay. They was like, we're gonna make sure you're not bleeding or anything. So they do the ultrasound while they're prepping me up. They poking me with needles and all up here in my arm. Like, I still have bruises because this was just literally 2 months ago, as of yesterday. So now they the lady coming with the ultrasound, and she's moving it around, and I'm like, you know, telling her it hurts and everything. Like, she was like, I know, but I have to do this. So she goes and she tells the doctor. The doctor was standing there watching. She said, there's blood over here, right? And she said, I don't see the baby. So she's moving the ultrasound around, and she said, oh wait, here's baby. So they find baby. Then she said, but there's a lot of blood over here. So I'm listening. I'm still not registering and understanding what they're saying. What's the meaning of all of this? So now we move on to, the doctor told me that she comes to me and she says, okay, sweetie, we're gonna have to go in to make sure baby is okay.